Hey everybody, it's Chris and Des Show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
And today we're going to do our Oscar predictions. Dun, dun, dun. What do we think is going to be?
The sound effects are my favorite.
We need some sound. We're too low budget to insert sound effects. I have to do them all the time.
We define low budget.
But we're going to pick who we think is going to win the Oscar. We're also going to tell you who we think should win, which might be different, but it might be the same.
If there's an alternative, there's kids coming down the stairs.
It
might
be
get
loud.
We'll see.
Okay, so we're going to do
The animated?
7 categories.
Oh.
Animated film, supporting actor, supporting actress, actress, actor, director, and picture. So let's talk about animated. The nominees are?
The nominees are Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, Turning Red, and The Sea Beast. Now, to be fair, I have not seen The Sea Beast or Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, but I predict that Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio should win and will win.
I agree 100%. I think it's going to win, and I think it should win. Even though I loved Marcel. Don't get me wrong. I love Marcel. And I laughed so hard at Puss in Boots. It was so funny, the new one. So I'm all about that. And I like Turning Red, too, just fine. The Sea Beast is kind of forgettable. I was surprised that was the nominee. I saw it with my kids, and then when it got nominated, I was like, I need to watch that one. And then we went to watch it, like, wait, we already watched this. So that's not good. But
it's forgettable, apparently.
In my opinion, Pinocchio is really one of the 10 best movies of the year.
Good.
It's better than some of the Best Picture nominees. It could have easily been in that category.
No question.
So Guillermo del Toro will win another Oscar. Congratulations, Guillermo.
We've decided already.
So good luck to you. Now let's do supporting actor. I think this is like a lock. Supporting actor is the most locked category.
Yeah.
But the nominees are Ke, right? Is Ke?
Yeah, I think it's Ke.
Hugh Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Brendan Gleeson and Barry Keoghan for The Banshees of Inisherin, Judd Hirsch for The Fabelmans, and Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway. I think he's gonna win. I think he should win.
I agree.
I think he's the cutest little man when he gives his speeches. We were texting each other watching the SAG Awards, like, he's so adorable. He's like, we know, we love him. Everybody loves him, and
and he brings a good energy, and he's just positive, and he's
great in that movie. I forgot.
He's so good.
I forgot. You know, there's no spoiler. I don't think in Everything Ever All at Once. It's all about these different.
You've seen it by now.
All these different dimensions, and I forgot when he's like the cool, like he's like this nerdy kind of guy in most of it, but I forgot this part where he's like the cool guy and like who smokes in that one scene. I'm like, oh, he is so good in this movie. I forgot how good he is. So deserves it for sure, hands down. So Ke, congratulations. You also you win an Oscar.
Oh, we're doling out Oscars.
There's no more guessing. We're saying who's winning. This is it.
Okay, good to know. I wasn't aware.
We've decided.
Okay.
Let's do supporting actress.
Supporting actress is Angela Bassett from Wakanda Forever, Carrie Condon from
The Banshees of Inisherin,
Jamie Lee Curtis from Everything Everywhere All at Once, and also Stephanie Hsu from Everything Everywhere All at Once. No.
Yeah.
Oh, and Hong Chow.
Yay, from The Whale.
From The Whale. Oh, that's right.
I love Hong Chow. That's why I clapped.
Yeah.
And she kicked butt this year in The Menu and in The Whale.
She really was really good.
But she's not going to win. But good for her for being nominated because she's fantastic.
Yeah. I really hope Angela Bassett wins. I think she should win, and I think she will win.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. I think she should win, and she will win. Even though Jamie Lee's won a lot of stuff lately. She's been on the roll.
Really has.
And she's another one like Angela in that they've been in this for so long that people feel like this isn't just a reward for this performance, it's a reward for all their work, but they both are deserving. But I think Angela gives a really good performance, and I think she is going to win, and I think she should win too.
She won an Oscar before?
No, she hasn't.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is also why they're thinking that. Even though I loved Carrie Condon in The Banshees of Inisherin as the sister, she was
really
so good. And Stephanie Hsu is so good also in Everything Everywhere All at Once. So this is a strong category. All five of these ladies are fantastic.
Carrie Condon in that movie, she's the one character that is kind of sane and is speaking reason into the storyline. I thought she was really good in it.
I love the scene they always show for her clips thing is like when he's like, well, he's boring now. She's like, you're all effing boring. She's so good in that part.
Why have I been wasting my life on this island with you idiots? I gotta go.
She's really great. I really like. I hope gets in a lot more things off of this nomination because she's really good.
More stuff.
Let's talk about actor, because actor is the one category I think that we feel like is the most up in the air. There's a few different choices.
There's some ways it could go.
So let's talk about the nominees. Paul Mescal for After Sun. Thank you for your nomination. That's all you're getting. And I love Paul Mescal. If you haven't watched Normal People on Hulu, you should watch it because he is just lovable.
Don't watch him in After Sun. Watch him in something else, because After Sun was a dud. As far as I'm concerned.
Like After Sun that much. It is. It's an odd movie for sure.
Yeah.
Bill Nye in Living. I almost forgot the name of the movie.
Loved that one.
It's a great performance, and it's a great movie.
Oh, so good.
Colin Farrell in The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser in The Whale, and Austin Butler in Elvis. I do think that, even here, like, they have him the most now. Yeah. I really do think Brendan Fraser's gonna win. I think he's won all, like, the precursors to SAG, and I think he's guilds. Getting that way. I do think Austin Butler has a chance. I honestly think Colin Farrell has a maybe more distance chance. But if they want to, I know they want to give Banshees of Inisherin something.
Yeah.
This and screenplay are obviously their strongest things of getting.
Right.
So I do think maybe enough people, because The Whale isn't a great movie, and it's only nominated for this, Hong Chow, and makeup, and it's going to win makeup.
Yeah.
Probably, and it should win makeup for sure. That was great. Elvis has a lot more nominations for sure, so maybe they like Elvis more. But Banshees has a lot of nominations too, and so maybe they decide, no, we're going to give Elvis all the technical stuff, costume, production design, because it's pretty. We're going to give The Whale makeup or whatever. And maybe we decide, like, no, this is where we want to reward Banshees of Inisherin if they decide. It
wouldn't surprise me, because they do have this idea of doling things out now, where we used to see movies like sweep
Titanic
everything.
Won everything.
And they don't do that anymore. They kind of pass them all out.
Right.
So actually that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I do think, I kind of want Brendan Fraser to get it. I think that wouldn't bother me at all if he gets it. And I don't know. It's hard to predict what they'll do, but I kind of think they will, just based on all of the stuff that he's won already.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is going to be him. I do think I would like to see Colin Farrell win. I just liked him in that performance as the nice, naive kind of guy. Yeah. I will say, if they are feeling like they have another place, I mean, maybe they do shake up Angela and give it to Carrie. That could be their other option because she's really good at Carrie Condon. It's not like she doesn't.
No, yeah.
Like she doesn't deserve an Oscar, right?
No, that's the truth.
Then actress.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
That'd be Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once, Cate Blanchett from Tar, Michelle Williams from The Fabelmans, Andrea Riseborough from To Leslie, I remembered, and Ana de Armas from Blonde.
Yeah, good one.
Oh, thank you. I didn't see that one. I think Michelle Yeoh is a lock in. I just think she's got it for sure. I think she deserves it.
Yeah. I definitely think she deserves it. Like not even close to anybody else deserving it. But I do think that there's a weird Cate Blanchett group of people who love Cate Blanchett, and I'm one of those people. Don't get me wrong.
Well, there's politics in all of it, for sure. I mean, that's how Andrea Riseborough got in there, that someone rallied the troops and she got nominated. I think this is the whole thing. This is what we're talking about.
So I think,
what do we think the politics are going to turn out?
Right. I think it's down to Michelle and Cate.
Yeah.
Kate gives an amazing performance, like she does in every single movie she's ever done, because she's amazing. But actually, so has Michelle Yeoh. Not that she's a slacker either.
Yeah.
And I do think, looking as objectively as you possibly can at these subjective art forms.
Right. Good point to be made there. Yes.
Is that Michelle Yeoh just gives some kind of crazy good. I think that movie doesn't work without her performance. Mm-mm. Now, Tar doesn't work without hers either, but Tar is only really her performance. Who else is in Tar? No one knows. But Michelle Yeoh is the glue that holds the whole cast together in this thing, and I love the idea of this, like, who's going to be our superhero? How about a 60-year-old Asian woman? I love that idea too, because you never see that. It's always like some blonde 20-year-old man. But it doesn't have to be a blonde 20-year-old man. We have enough Chris's, Hemsworth, Evans, Pratt.
All of 'em.
Enough?
Yes, that's
How about
right.
a Michelle Yeoh? That's what I say. How about a Michelle Yeoh? So we're voting for Michelle. We think she should and she will win.
Absolutely. I do think that.
Yeah. I'm not as sure as I was with Pinocchio and Ki Hu Kwan, but I do think she has the best chance for sure.
Yeah.
And then director, the nominees are the Daniels for Everything Ever All at Once, Steven Spielberg, never heard of him, for The Fabelmans, Martin McDonough for The Banshees of Inisherin, Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness. Now, it should be the Daniels easy. I don't know what's happening right here. Yes, Steven is a brilliant director in everything he's ever directed. He also has Oscars already for directing because he's, like we said before, brilliant. And I think we were talking about this just a second ago. The key to Everything Ever All at Once is Michelle Yeoh's performance and the directing. The amount of things you have to weave together as a director in that
That is
movie,
a complex
the storylines,
movie. Absolutely.
it's insane. So
and the special effects and everything that. No.
I think the Daniels. I think it has to be Daniels, right? It has to be Daniels.
Yes, and they deserve it. I think that's.
Yeah, they definitely deserve it. I mean, if Steven wins, it'll be a sentimental thing. I get that.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love The Fabelmans. I think it was a great movie. And he did do a good job directing, of course. I do think that Martin McDonough is someone they really like, and they haven't given a Best Director thing to. So they, at some point, are going to want to give him one. I don't think this is his year, though, because the Daniels deserve it.
They just hit it out of the park. That's all. And this movie came out in like March of last year.
Yeah, I
Am
know.
right
What
about
a
that?
good-
So it's
yeah.
been a slow burn. And I feel like the same thing happened last year with the. I don't know. It just feels like more and more.
Yeah, it doesn't
the
have to be in
movies
December
that,
anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the last minute push that it has been. That this movie came out and it built up and was discovered and became something, and it's really gotten somewhere. And I think that's to be lauded.
And before we get to Best
Best
Picture,
Picture?
I want to say something about that. Is that once upon a time, the movies thought we don't come out till December but now because everything can be streamed or bought online
At
or
any time.
it is way smarter to come out earlier and then push that, hey, rewatch this on Apple or on Amazon or on Netflix. Rewatch this movie and keep rewatching it. That's so much smarter. And what drives Des and I crazy is we want to see these movies, but sometimes we can't.
Yeah.
Because they're like playing in one theater
Little art house
in the middle
somewhere.
of somewhere else we have to drive hours to. It's like, why don't you want people to see your movie?
It's not a good time.
I don't understand. And so Everything Ever All at Once is super smart. Came out early, got really good reviews, and right away people were already talking about Michelle Yeoh for Best Actress when it came out. And then it was like, oh, now I can watch it again on streaming, and like, oh, you know what? Even when you rewatch it,
It holds
it's
up.
that good.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. If your movie's not that good to be rewatched, that's a whole nother issue. But if it can be, I think it's so much smarter. Anyways, now the nominees for Best Picture are.
Is it me?
Well, you do 5, I'll do 5.
Okay. So let's go from the bottom up. So Women Talking, Triangle of Sadness, Avatar, The Way of Water, Elvis, Tar,
Top Gun Maverick, All Quiet on the Western Front, The Fabelmans, The Banshees of Inisherin, and Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. What do you think?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Agreed. I think it should,
I think it should.
and it will.
And I hope it will.
It's got the momentum for sure.
It really does. It's yeah.
Yeah, agreed. I will say, there's 10 movies. I'm glad they have 10. I'm glad that I might not have
Yeah.
loved all of them, but I'm glad that like Top Gun, Avatar, and Elvis are there. Movies that made money. I think that's nice to have like movies that people saw
Yeah.
nominated so they can feel like included in the show.
Exactly.
There's some weird ones. I wasn't a fan of Triangle of Sadness. I'm sorry. It's not my thing. Pass. I'm glad Women Talking got in because I loved that movie,
really love
even
that
though
movie.
it was so small. I feel like
Is it nominated for anything else? Screenplay,
Screenplay,
maybe?
I think.
Okay.
I think.
It gets something.
but I don't think it's gonna win that either.
Yeah.
They need to do Best Cast Award at the Oscars, like the whole ensemble. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Someone had proposed that a while ago, and I think you have a really good push toward women talking for best cast because all those ladies just.
Work together really well. Yeah.
But also,
in facilitating the story.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do think Everything Ever All at Once would win that, but still, I think that it would be okay. And I love The Fabelmans too, and I thought All Quiet on the Western Front was a phenomenal film.
That was really good. I like that one.
So, and I like The Banshees of Inisherin too. I like that donkey, but
I didn't like that one as much.
I liked it, especially of his movies. It was my favorite, probably Martin McDonagh. But I don't think I don't even know a movie
It's
that's
hard to
going to
see
beat
anything
Everything Ever All at Once.
beating it. That's all. Now that doesn't mean nothing's gonna, because
Right.
that's what we'll see what happens, and that's the fun part of it. But right now, that seems to be the leader.
Yeah. And I know some people are talking about The Fabelmans, and some people are talking about The Banshees of Inisherin, and I heard a few people voters who had said like they really want All Quiet. I get that. I understand it's beautifully made film, but I just think Everywhere All at Once has got the momentum. I think it's the talk right now. I think it's the best movie.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, hopefully, right?
Hopefully, we'll see.
Let us know what you think. Which
Yes,
movie did you
please.
love? Which movie do you hope wins? And what do you think?
And the Oscars are this Sunday.
This Sunday,
What's the date?
the 11th or 12th?
12th.
The 12th at 5 p.m. So
tune in.
Watch.
Pay attention.
We'll be watching. And
We really will.
we'll report back to you how we did. Hopefully well this time.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.